it does not see is the Rails application behind it. So we decided to split a user front-end and an API-based backend. And it's more or less the same information you will see here, but yeah, it looks a bit cluttered.
Yes, so mainly what you first saw, the colorful looking thingy, that is a PHP application which runs on a really simple web space. So there's no need for any database or whatever. It's just a PHP script which every time it needs to access some information about the user makes a HTTP connection to the actual API. So on that front, we have a really easy possibility to make the web interface scalable. So if most of our customers decide to use the web to make their calls or to register a number or whatever, and it gives us some problems, we just host another web interface. But the actual database and everything is accessible via an API.
Yeah, which is here. It also gives us the possibility to have more than one client, like mobile clients, or we also experimented with some other web services like social networks where we can easily add plugins or something like this. And is this okay like this? Or so then I would like to present you some of the underlying infrastructure. Mm-hmm. So that's more or less the people we have contracts with at the moment. And this is all shared, so it's actually paid by our users. And of course we provided some start, but in fact our goal is to make it even, so we don't earn that much from running that service. We just provide it as an open service, and we actually want to keep developing the software. So that's some of the internet service providers we are using. And for termination, we use Clickadel for short messages. QSC is providing the Berlin call-in numbers. Energy Telecom is where we are doing the routing, so the zip routing. Voxbone is, I guess, for the Canadian numbers. Is that right?
We have some international dial-in numbers, mainly in Canada.
And INA is providing us with incoming SMS. So that's all of the infrastructure we are using, besides the software we have written ourselves, and we are offering for download. And yeah, you want to say something about small is beautiful?
Yeah. So actually, when we looked at the phone market, we see a lot of really big players, and there are a lot of really small players. So the big players, I guess you all know, and the small players like calling card providers and so local phone companies, something like that. There are a lot around, and it makes a lot of sense in the telephony business to be a small company, because the margins you earn, you maybe already know, they are not that big. So hiring a big staff is really hard to make some money then with it. But the money which lies in the telephone market, or the people which actually do telephony, there are really a lot. And the most of the big players are just concentrated on the main market, on the mainstream people, and so there's a lot of small local interest or of specialized groups of people which have a certain job, like journalists or lawyers or something like that. And we like to provide with our solutions something which gives these small companies a possibility to say, okay, I'm, for example, a lawyer and I know, or a journalist, I'm a journalist and I know, it's really, it would be really nice if I call someone just to press a record button, because I want to use this really often, and I've seen journalists, they're doing incredibly things to record a call. but we all know it's more or less just one line in some script to record a phone call. But he's not really able to run such a service for himself or for other people. And with our open service, we would like to give him the possibility that he can say, okay, if I dive a bit into the technology and I can make some income by not having it only for me, also offering it to my colleagues or to my or to people which like to have the same, and he already knows the clients. So this is more or less the possibility we like to offer to other people, that they can target smaller groups instead of saying, okay, if I want a phone company, I have to deal with millions of clients, because this is not possible for a 1 or 2 or 5 man company, or they're doing their job mostly not really good. But okay.
So then I would like to invite you, if this was able to get you a bit interested in what we are doing, you can find us in Bootlab Berlin. That's in Oranienburger Straße in Tacheles. That's where we are working some of the time. And online you can go to scm.telekommunisten.net. SCM for source control, source code management, or something like this. And there you will find an SVN repository with the source code, so you can browse it here without registering. Here you have more than the 3 components we are talking about, but Dialstation actually consists of the Dialstation manager. That's the Ruby on Rails application you saw. And then we have the front end, we call it ComPanel. That's the Send PHP application. And we also have the free switch in here.
Packages.
Okay, so here is the free switch installation you can use. Yeah, that's basically it, I guess. Means of production. You want to get into this? Or we have some time for questions now. So if you want to know anything more, or give us some feedback on the stuff we are doing or the way we are talking, we are happy to hear that. Right on. Then thank you.
Any questions?
Then we keep on talking.
Or dancing.
Yeah. If you don't have any questions, T will tell you about our means of production.
So means of production, which are the means of production in telecommunication industry? We have on one hand side the hardware, which are the physical hardware, the servers, and also the wires, the buildings, so everything which is physical. And to run a telephony company, it was really important to have a lot of that technology spread around the world and to maintain it. But later it gave the possibility to rent some of the stuff from the bigger telecommunication companies, and to make your own business on top of that. And as more the telecommunication industry shifted to, or the telephony industry shifted to the internet, the software gets more and more important, and also the upcoming ideas of open source software, and a lot of people starting to develop together and share their source. And this mean of production now is more or less, so if software is free, it's possible for everyone to get it and to do with it whatever he wants. And also the servers and the internet infrastructure comes a bit more available for everyone. It's not completely free, it's not a human right to have internet, but there are some examples of countries where you get computers for children really cheap or for free, you get internet for free. So some of these examples came up in the last years, and it's